we had a magical witchy sleepover, and it was epic and amazing, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Hello, Sabrina the Teenage Fairy Witch here. I'm a 90s Y2K girly, okay, everything. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, mood rings, magic 8 balls, you know, That's So Raven, and, drumroll please, The Craft. The Craft is a cultural moment. It will always be a classic. It's a little bit of a cult classic, I guess, but a classic nonetheless. What's better than high school, coming of age, teenage girlies getting magical? It has been a dream of mine for a very long time to have a witchy sleepover, much like we witnessed in The Craft. 3 decades into my life, I finally have found my core 4. You know when you meet found family and you just know that your souls were family lifetimes before, and now it's just like the pieces are fitting together, the timing aligned, and you're finally reunited? That's what it was like. Finding kindred spirits is how your dreams come true. And to find your kindred spirits, you need to be as authentically, visibly showing up. I actually made flyers and posted them around the city looking for mystical musical beings because I wanted more kindred spirits. And 3 people showed up to my little meetup: Artemisia, Ivy, and Navina. And when I tell y'all, when we met underneath the waxing gibbous moon in Central Park, like literally meeting halfway up the grand staircase by the Bethesda fountain, it was like a movie. Immediately, we knew we were living out the real life, The Craft. What transpired was like so enchanted underneath Bethesda Terrace, and there was this beautiful guitarist playing, and we saw these murals and tile on the walls that resembled earth goddesses, and we realized that we each were earth signs. 2 of us were like of the Seelie Fae court, and then 2 of us were like more of the unseelie Fae court, but we balanced each other out so perfectly. And then we stumbled into the Plaza Hotel, and we were treated like royal guests, and it was a whole movie magic moment. We decided that we were a court, we were indeed a Fae court, we were indeed a coven, and we would indeed host a witchy nostalgia sleepover. It was a full nostalgia witchy vibe, y'all. So I bought a set of mood rings and I put them in a little baggie, and we each like plucked one out and divinely ended up with like the most perfect little mood rings for each of our personalities. We had a little moment with a magic 8 ball. It just reminded me, like, it is never too late to make your childhood dreams come true. The lovely Artemisia hosted us. She had prepared cocktail potions for us, and I had just come into possession of this sticker book. It turned out that we each owned a volume of this sticker book series. We decided to do a little bibliomancy. When you take a book, in this case it was a picture book, and you flip through and you see what picture you land on, and then that picture is what is giving you a message. And we went around a circle, and the messages were like so spot on, and being able to like commune with other intuitive beings all working together, it was so epic. After that, we tried our hand at telepathy. I have these ESP testing cards, and they're all these symbols in different colors, and the idea is one person gets to see the symbol and then sends it telepathically to the other for them to then guess what the symbol or color is on the card. And when we did it as a group, y'all, it was crazy how powerful we were. 2 of our court members are palm readers, so we had a whole little like palmistry session where myself and Ivy got to learn from Artemisia and Navina all about how to do palm readings, and it was honestly fascinating. I can't say that I retained it all, but it was definitely a start for me. And we then proceeded to get readings done, palm readings and tarot readings, which is always fun to do with friends. And then, just because, we had a little dress up fashion show moment because it's a sleepover. Artemisia was actually giving away tons of the most magical, whimsical wares that were thrifted or handmade by her, and we got to go through it all and take our pick. So we were like trying on all these amazing outfits. I actually ended up with an amazing handmade mermaid tail, which will be revealed at some point in the future. By the end, we all had completely new looks, and we were serving, which was perfect because What this night segued into was a little performance. Each of us being mystical, musical beings, our hearts have songs in them. In the safe magical container that we created, we then shared the song that was on our heart at that given moment. And it was the most spectacular, cathartic experience to be able to like share in music and magic together and have such a like intimate performance space. Like, the magic was in the air, y'all. It was so powerful and incredible, and honestly, everything my little musical magical heart could have ever hoped for. We had such a time honoring the craft that we didn't even get to watch the craft during our sleepover because we were too busy practicing spells and practicing our superpowers, which I think is way more in line with the essence of the craft than even watching the movie would have been. Let us normalize adult playdates. Like, let us have adult sleepovers. Like, let's frolic in the park together. Let's play dress up and let's put on shows for each other and sing and create and dance and just be and like be your fullest, be in your most authentic, be your most vibrant in kindred company. I say kindred spirit a lot, in part because I'm a big Anne of Green Gables fan. And that was like her phrase throughout the series, just the seeking of kindred spirits. And honestly, like that is the way to live by. But you can only find those kindred spirits if you yourself allow your expression of life to be truly authentic, because that's what people then see. That's what people then can decide that they resonate with. And your perspective of yourself is how people then are informed to perceive you. So be your most magical, be your most authentic, find your coven, find your Fae court, find your people, whoever they are, and make those childhood dreams come true. Because they're so much easier to come true when you got other kindred spirits in the works making them happen. Moral of this story is, please live out your childhood fantasies. If you've forgotten what they are, try to reconnect to that inner child and remind yourself of them, because your life will feel so much more fulfilling. I actually just was a guest on a podcast recently where I discuss in depth how important reconnecting with your inner child is to living your most fulfilling, magical, enchanted life. So I will link that somehow. I'll figure out how to do that. It was a really fun conversation, just delving into what very best life even means and how you can find your way towards a more enchanted reality. I hope this encourages you to live out your most authentic life and find your most kindred spirits and to truly make your childhood dreams come true. And that's a wrap on Sabrina the Teenage Fairy Witch. But she'll be back though, don't worry.